Hey guys, so in this session, I'm going to be showing you a song which I want to submit to Tracklib's electronic music sampling competition. So the idea here is that you take a track from Tracklib and you create kind of an EDM or electronica song from it, and you submit that track. But you can only use one track from Tracklib. You can only sample one song. So I'm wanting to show you a song I've created in the past using about 4 different songs from Tracklib, 4 different samples, and in this first part I'm going to show you how I combined all of these samples to create my track, and then I'm in the second part going to show you I want to recreate some of the samples because I really want to submit this track, but I can't at the moment in its current state because it uses too many samples. So I'll just play you the track as I've got it now.
All the way to the, all the way to the, all the way to the UK, to the, all the way to the, all the way to the, all the way to the UK, to the. Yeah. Hey yo, Phil. Check this out, baby. Check this out, baby.
So that's the main sections of the song, and you can see here they just sort of follow this pattern, introducing new features at various points. So the first sample I used is this one here. Which is taken from the song by Reverend Harvey Gates. It's a 1978 gospel track. And here's the sample. So all I really did is pitch this up about 2 semitones. I sped it up as well to about 124 BPM from 97. And the last bar I've kind of chopped and looped it because I didn't want this vocal part now. So here you get this. If I take it down to the original key, you can hear it more clearly. So really just taking another section there. So, and it just creates a nice little flow. So we take this back up to the correct key. Now the second sample you're going to hear is, let's do the guitar part first, is this guitar solo. And with the sample. So now this is taken from a song by a band, from a band called the Blems, and you can hear the guitar solo here. So you can see it's not exactly the same. What I've done here is really chop up this sample, so I'm sort of taking every other bar. So it isn't like a whole complete sample, and I just felt that gave a nicer flow to it. So we have this sample here, the main piano sample, and then we also have this stuff going on in the beginning, the intro.
All the way to the, all the way to the.
And this first one here, I think it's from the same song, the same blend song. And that is vocoder 4 on Country Gentleman. But again, it's chopped up in a different order, so I think it goes like this. Something like that, I can't remember the exact order, but it's basically chopped up and reordered. Then we have these vocal samples here.
All the way to the, all the way to the, all the way to the UK, to the.
So all the way to the UK, and then it's
Yeah. Hey yo, Phil.
Hey Phil.
Check this out, baby. All the way.
Baby, and then I repeat these at different points throughout the track. So now, for these vocals, I couldn't actually find the original track. I mean, I found the track where they appear, but I can't find the pure vocalized ones anymore. But you can hear them here.
Yeah. Check this out. All the way to the UK. From Helsinki. You know how I do.
So I couldn't find the Hey Phil bit, but it's definitely from this song. So I guess Tracklip must have removed the... no, it's going to be here, isn't it? Here we go. No, it's here. Great.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Phil. Check this out, baby. All the way to from hell. You know how I do, baby. Yeah.
So I think I just took this verbatim. I've transposed it minus one semitone, actually.
All the way to the, all the way to the, all the way to the UK.
Other than that, it's kept relatively similar. So they're the 4 predominant samples I've used. Now I'll kind of dive in a little bit to how the different parts of the song are structured. So let's take maybe just the first drop. So here. So a few things are going on. We're obviously playing the sample in this interpolation, this loop. I felt like so I recorded this other piano part here, which is essentially following along using the same chord pattern. And here is, what is this then? So this is my attempt to extract the piano from this sample here. I think I know how I did that. I believe what I would have done is bounce out this sample to create one unique audio region, and then used Logic's stem splitter, and potentially this would have done what I was after. Yeah, there you go. Actually, I don't think I did use Logic's stem splitter. I think I used an external third-party one, but the effect is the same. So for the piano, I have taken the original piano sound. I've pitched this 26 to the left, and I've taken my recorded piano and I've taken it 24 to the right. I mean, it could be 26 as well, but... And what this does is just gives it more width. It gives the piano more width in the track. So we add the original sample. So you can hear the difference there. We've then also got the bass sound. So it's fairly simple. I think it's just following the piano hits. It's not doing anything too special. It's really just there to accentuate the piano sound itself. Honestly, you can't really hear it in the mix. It's there really to give energy. So now I've got the bass sample and the piano all done. The next stage was to add the percussion. So I think here we've just got a very quiet kick, and I think this is being used to it must be being used somewhere to potentially act as a sidechain controller. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this kick is just controlling the sidechain on the bass, the sample and the piano, and then here is just a loop which I've chopped up. So obviously here I'm doing kind of kick snare, classic 4 to the floor, and then here is just kicks. And I believe that was because I thought it quite nicely matched the rhythm or the groove of the main sample. Yeah, so you can see in the first half, it's, again, there's a snare at every other beat. And then in the second half, the snare kind of, because of this looping, it kind of gets all out of place. So the other percussive elements I've got are this crash here, which is just I'm using at the beginning of every bar, and then there's this lead up to the crash here. I've got some claps, and then I've got this shaker loop, which I am taking up in volume, which kind of gives a nice dynamism to the percussive elements here. And if we add back in the instruments, that's his first section. I guess I could also tell you about the different plugins I'm using. I mean, just in general, on this kick channel, I'm not using anything. Apparently, oh no, probably am in here. So, actually, I'm going to tell you about the plugins later. Let's listen to the guitar bit. I think the only difference here is that I'm introducing the guitar and I'm taking away the wide pianos. So if we just listen to this. Yep, so the reason I've done that is just I felt when the guitars were here, when they were being played at the same time as this wide piano, it felt a little bit too cluttered. And so I wanted to kind of create a difference and create space for them. So if we just listen to these two together. I just felt they were clashing a bit. Percussion wise, we are losing all of the percussive elements of this original drop, and we're just keeping the kick. The kick isn't doing that sort of pattern it was doing here, it's just more straight four to the floor. Basically looped this, these 8 bars or 16 bars, once here, so it's basically the same thing, except I'm adding a few new elements, and the main new one here is a shaker loop I'm introducing along with the guitar. Just stopped it from feeling static.
Check this out, baby.
And I've also added this sort of bongo loop here, just before the drop, or before the transition. So yeah, I've just added some new percussive elements just to make it feel a little bit more alive and a little bit less copy-pasted. That's the main section there. We then have this break in the middle, and I'll just play that now.
Hey yo, Phil.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Living is so well.
Hey yo, Phil.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Living is so well. It's so hard. Living is so well. Yeah.
So this section is really just taking this original loop, the original sample, and stretching it out to give you more of the original, more of the full track.
Phil.
It's so hard.
And I think I'm also using the original tempo here as well. You see it's a lot slower.
It's so hard.
So we go from slow to fast. And I think I'm also increasing the reverb quite a lot on the slow part compared to the fast part. Yeah, so 16% versus 40.
So hard, living is so well.
very similar to what's going on in the first. It's now the main difference is, again, I'm just adding different percussive elements in different places to give it more energy and more life. So here we now have the shake loop playing the whole time, and we have another shake loop coming in and out.
Check this out, baby.
So that's they're the main ingredients. The last bit really is the intro, and there's not a huge amount to show you here. It's just
All the way to the
those vocoder chords, and then it's there's a vocal sample,
all the way to the
and it's the drums. So again, I've used the some stem extractor to take the drums out of the Reverend Harvey Gates sample, and I've put those here.
to the all the way to the all the way to the UK to the all the way to the all the way to the all the way to the UK to the yeah. Hey yo, Phil, check this out, baby.
So yeah, that is the breakdown of how I've made this track. In part 2, I'm going to be keeping only the Reverend Harvey Gates sample, and I need to find a way to replace the blems, this guitar part, and I need to find a way to replace these keys here.
And to the all the way to the all the way to the all the way to the
Anyway, that's all for now. Cheers, guys.